Houston, Texas. That's our location tonight for NBA Raptors basketball. Joined alongside Paul Graham, Gord Cutler, of course, Dan Glavin at Forbes, Finn Robertson, who's probably on that monorail right now as we speak. Catch a little ball tonight. And Jack, let's take a look at our lineups featuring the Toronto Raptors with Peterson, James, Graham, Araujo, and Bosh.
Well, the big matchup, obviously, Joey Graham, and on the other side of the ledger, his brother Steven will be coming off the bench tonight for the Rockets. And you look at the starting lineup, Stromile Swift is going to have a huge game for Houston to have a chance to compete in this game.
And Jeff Van Gundy is the head coach of the Houston Rockets. The new look, Jeff Van Gundy. He's decided, that little hair on top, forget about it. And Sam Mitchell.
You can relate to that, Chuck.
Yes, I can. And there's Sam Mitchell. And he's got to be pleased with his ball club's tenacity in the fourth quarter. They did a great job against Orlando. So we're underway. Good to have you with us tonight right here on Rogers Sportsnet and Raptors NBA TV. Mike James, the former Rocket, came over for the now injured Ray Alston, and the Raptors started off with a bucket. The Rockets without 6 players tonight. They're 3 games under 500, and they're also 3 games under 500 at home. McGrady with a miss. Mike James still calls Houston his home. His wife is from here. Hoffa with the touch, working against Stromile Swift. Ball slapped out of his hands by McGrady. David Wesley has played very well, Jack. Out west, he averaged 10 points.
And he's an accurate shooter, Chuck. If you double team McGrady, expect him to be in the neighborhood.
Stromile Swift off the mark. He's been a major disappointment here, coming over as a free agent.
Always a guy with great athletic ability, but a bit of a tease, Chuck. Doesn't show up every night and play with that passion that you need to be a successful player.
Yep. And this is Peterson off the ball. We're going to have a foul called against Joey Graham.
Joey Graham with the offensive foul, and IBM keys to victory, Chuck. When you look at this game tonight, so much comes down to the fact for the Raptors, you got to control Tracy McGrady, and there's no doubt about it on the winning strategies. This is the guy that's the catalyst for the squad. Push the tempo, you have the deeper team, and last but not least, you have the second unit. That's going to have to be the difference tonight in the game, Chuck.
Rocket ball, Howard with the pitch. Ryan Bowen spots up, and this is a 15-footer. The Raptors have won only once here in Houston, coming on December 28th of '99 when Carter had 35 and Cuttino Mobley had 21. Alvin Williams had a big shot with 4 seconds left in the game, and Bosh with a spin and a dunk. You gotta love that.
Juwan Howard was like a mannequin in Macy's window at that time. He just went right around him on the spin. Can't guard him in there.
Well, Houston's going to find out what the rest of the league is on to. You cannot guard Chris Bosh one-on-one.
You're going to have to send the second defender there.
Bowen to Swift. Work it on Chris Bosh. Double pump, and he walked. Yep. Jack Deese, the veteran official, right there on the baseline to make the call. Stromile Swift, Jack. He played the other night against the Lakers. How about this? 20 minutes, not 1 rebound. And in the past 4 games, only 8 rebounds.
Inexcusable. And if the Rockets are going to have any chance to win games with all the injuries they have, he's got to play at a much higher level. Totally unsure of himself that time in the post.
Again, this is Bosh working on Juwan Howard. Comes up shooting. 15-footer. Nope. Our first quarter right here on Raptors Ball. Brought to you by the fine folks from Ford. Game since day 1. Here's T-Mac. Giving it up. Howard with a pump. Now with 7 ticks on the clock. Has to put it on the floor. And 2 easy.
Nice job by Howard at the back end of the shot clock. Big mid-range guy. You got to come out and play him. He can put it to the deck.
James pressured by Wesley, and the ball knocked away out of bounds on a deflection from Stromile Swift. Came over to help in the corner.
Well, that time Araujo trying to get out of the way. That time he brought his guy Swift with him. Got a clear space to let James go one-on-one there.
Raptors 4-1 in December on the road. The Rockets have won 6 of 7 overall and 7 of 9. And since Tracy McGrady return from a strained back. They have been on fire, but now with the loss of Yao Ming and 5 others, Jack, it's going to be very tough. That ball was knocked way out of bounds by the Raptors off McGrady in front of head coach Jeff Van Gundy.
I think that's the right call, Chuck. The Raptors very aggressive in that double team. Jeff obviously didn't agree with it, but good job by the Raptors on the catch. The double coming right away. T-Mac's got to post up deeper, so that double's got to come from a longer distance.
This is Peterson now with 9 on the clock. Peterson swings it, dribble drive, all the way to the rack, and rimmed out by Mike James.
Mike James very popular here in Houston with the coaches. Chuck, they raved about him. I was talking to all the coaches before the game.
Juwan Howard, a no-go. Yep, you're right, Jack. And Mike James, all the ball boys went to greet him when he came out on the floor. And Chris Bosh again going strong to the basket, and he is fouled.
Mike James, and you know, Tom Thibodeau, the top assistant here in Houston, made a great point to me earlier. He said, Jack, look at Mike James. Every single year in the league, he's gotten a little bit better. And, you know, that speaks volumes about his dedication. The guy really gets in there and works at improving some component of his game.
Well, this will send Bosh to the free throw line. And Chris having another great week of games where he is consistently, Jack, piling up on the free throw numbers. He is 5th in the league in free throw attempts. His father in attendance. After all, Chris at his home state will be in San Antonio Friday night as well.
Opportunity to spend 4 days in the state. So great trip home for him as he makes both. And
Jack, when we come back to the state in March, the Raptors are going to have 3 off days in Dallas, his hometown. He's going to have to make his way over to his folks and have free to cook us a little collard greens and some black-eyed peas. Boy, Houston cannot buy a bucket. They have started off 1 for 6.
Don't have a lot of players out there, Chuck.
Here's Wesley. Giving it up, floating to pass. McGrady tiptoeing on the sideline. Houston looks so uncomfortable in their half-court set. Now Wesley has to crank it up, hit the side of the rim.
When you have guys move up a few pegs instead of move down, different process altogether.
That's a charge on Joey Graham. That's going to be Graham's second. You know, we talk about Bosh loving the home cooking here in Texas here, Jack. They're playing the All-Star game here.
Yep.
So the fans here coming out at the Toyota Center could be getting their first of 2 glimpses at Bosh.
They better.
In Houston.
I mean, if this guy doesn't make the All-Star game, there should be an investigation. He probably won't get the starting job because it's a popularity contest, but he will definitely get picked by the coaches.
Here's McGrady bumped by Peterson. Counted if it goes, and it doesn't. But he will shoot 2. Well, I said the other night with Leo that they had the Warren Commission in Dallas. They're going to have the Swirsky Commission in Toronto if he does not head here to Texas because he deserves the All-Star game.
There's no doubt.
And the coaches are going to vote him in.
Oh, definitely. I mean, every coach you talk to around the league, raves about his improvement, his ability to make free throws. Just, his back to the basket moves are getting better. He's knocking down that jump shot now, and he's so good putting it to the floor and creating off the bounce.
So McGrady splits a pair, and the Raptors lead in this ball game 6-3. James goes underneath again to Bosh. The handoff intended for Mike James, and it's knocked out of bounds. David Wesley showing good hustle. Wesley came over from the New Orleans, now Oklahoma City Hornets, along with Boston Nukbar in a trade. With Nukbar going to the Hornets organization, Jimmy Jackson never reported. They're going to leave Joey Graham unattended 3 ball. You can ring it up from downtown London, Ontario for Byron Hessman.
Joey Graham playing with a lot more confidence, Chuck. Just knocking down that jumper, taking the ball to the basket, more aggressive in terms of his defensive personality. I like it.
Yep, played well the other night, had 11 points. And Hoffa with a foul. And back in uniform, Charlie Villanueva, Jose Calderon. Calderon sidelined with that heel injury, and Villanueva with a calf, but they will play tonight. according to the Raptors. So we're going to take a timeout. More in a moment on Rogers Sportsnet. Welcome back. Always a pleasure right here on Raptors basketball. Mike James for Miles Swift, our Gatorade Game X Factors.
Well, Chuck, you picked Mike James. I picked Miles Swift, and so far, Miles Swift looks like he's in a fog. He better pick it up if the Rockets are going to have a chance here. And Mike James having a real good season coming over from the Houston Rockets is Mike James.
Mike James had a big smile on his face when we arrived in Houston after the flight from Orlando. Had a chance to spend a night at home. And there's Mike James in a Houston uniform.
Well, he's bounced around, Chuck, but he played so well for Houston down the stretch. Let's face it, when you have a guy like Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady, you know, you're going to attract a lot of double teams with those guys. And this is a guy that can make open shots and really plays the game at a high level.
McGrady, Booker.
He's going to play the game at a high level. Only few players in the world played at a higher one. That's T-Mac.
I'm going to put you on the spot now, Jack, okay? All right, now I'm asking you this question near the 6-minute mark first quarter. How many shot attempts do you think McGrady will have if he stays out of foul trouble and certainly remains healthy tonight?
20 plus and at least 10.
He was already averaging 25.
You're asking me a question, I'm giving you an answer. Let me finish.
I'm expecting like 40.
No, I'm saying 20 plus because I think he's going to get to the line probably 12 to 15 times as well. Here's my answer, Chuck. Let's see if I'm right.
Swift pumps once, pumps twice, curls, and a layup is good with a finger roll over Rafael Larouche.
That's what Houston fans want to see more from that guy. That natural ability, and he's got some skill that time. Going to the bucket, made it look easy.
Jack, he's got a lot of talent. A lot of talent.
Got to prove it, though.
Peterson with a rotor.
Mo Pete, a tough shot that time, but going to the bucket strong.
Houston giving up only 89 a game, but again, that's a little bit leading and deceiving with Yao Ming and company out. As the Rockets will go back to the free throw line.
Great job by McGrady. The double team came to him, and he moved quickly and got his man open. Jose Calderon coming in the game, and as well as Charlie Villanueva, both guys. Jose missed the last 2 games. Charlie missed the last one against Orlando with injuries, and quick appearance by these 2 youngsters.
Yes. So Peterson with a foul, along with Hoffa, James, and Joey Graham with 2. And this will send Juwan Howard to the free throw line. Jack, you know you're getting old when you see Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose on the court, a couple of Fab Fivers, now at the age of 32. He was a great star at Chicago Vocational High School in Chicago, went to Michigan.
That's
Jack,
usually where they put Chicago Vocational High School.
Yeah. And then went to Michigan. What about his game over the years, Jack?
I've always liked him. I think he's a steady performer. You know, the big contract, obviously, with Washington and all that stuff with Miami. You know, if you take away the contractual situation, he's always been a good pro, steady player. Great setup that time by Jose Calderon. And Mo Pete, outstanding on a catch and shoot. Loves that corner, Chuck.
McGrady with a spin and a turn and a pitch. And Wesley, air ball. And it's saved in play, but right into the hands of Peterson. Leaking out down the court. Calderon hustling back is David Wesley. And this will be Toronto ball.
This is what the Raptors have to do, Chuck. Push the tempo. Houston, you want to get inside their bench, create a fatigue issue. And Mo Peterson, great job pushing the ball up the floor. Good breakup by Wesley, but that's the tempo you want to create. Make them run back, change ends quickly.
And we have 3-second defensive violation in the key against the Houston Rockets. Against Luther Head, their first-round pick from the University of Illinois. Sam Mitchell likes what he's seeing out of his ball club, especially on the defensive end, where the Rockets are 3 for 10, and James misfires on the tech. Mike James, normally a very good free throw shooter, 80%. What about the flow of this game, Jack?
There is none, Chuck. To be honest with you, there isn't any.
Villanueva wide open, 17-footer, nope. And it's slapped away out of bounds by Houston.
And it's a hard game for the crowd to get into it as well. It's just, but you know, the Raptors are coming out, taking care of business, shooting 50%, pushing the tempo, getting great ball movement, and Mo Pete nailing jumpers.
Peterson with 7 first-quarter points. Now here's Bosh. 1 stutter step, 2 stutter steps. Backing in, using the hook, and it won't go. And Chris on the night, Jack, 1 for 3.
Raptors sending that second defender right away at T-Mac, trying to get the ball out of his hands at all times.
Here's Lutherhead, turn around, hit the top of the back.
Whoa. He looked like me when I was a player.
You know, Jack, he had been doing well out west. 6 points, 4 rebounds.
Well, he's a good open shooter, but his game's not in the post and trying to create off the bounce. He's a good competitor. He'll stick open shots, but Raptors have done a real nice job so far getting the ball out of T-Mac's hands.
Again, this is Bosh. He draws a double team. Calderon, Mike James on a pump, on a drive, and a ball fake and a score.
It all started with Bosh got doubled. Quick pass out of the double. The second one out of the double is usually what breaks the defense down, and Mike James getting to the basket hard and aggressive.
Now, we're going to have a foul off the ball. Lutherhead and, boy, Dikembe Mutombo on Van Gundy on the sideline.
Coach Mutombo standing up down there. Here it is right out of the double. The second pass out of the double always is the one that breaks your heart defensively. And Mike James recognizing Houston was slow in their rotation. There's Coach Mutombo on the bench. I did not like that call, Chuck.
I'm glad you mentioned that on TV. Bosh sealed off. Nice pass. Fill it away.
Got to finish that, big fella.
I agree, Jack.
He has the greatest voice in the NBA, Dikembe Mutombo.
McGrady.
Perhaps Mo Pete doing a real nice job rushing McGrady, and he's not sure where that double's coming, but he knows it is coming. Quick shot. Houston
3 for 12 of the quarter, and Calderon with a steal. Hits a 2-on-1, and off the fingertips of Peterson out of bounds. 16-9 Toronto. We're going to take a timeout. Raptors shooting 46%, and the Rockets 25%. All right, welcome back to Houston. Chuck, Jack, and Norma on Rogers Sportsnet. I love the sound of that horn. Our Ford Fusion create a reaction,
There
Coach.
we go. All right, let's see what we got here tonight. We definitely need Jalen on this team because we need his wisdom and leadership, especially at the end of the game when he knows how to make plays. Who said it? Chris Bosh, Mike James, or Sam Mitchell? And who spelled definitely, by the way, Chuck?
Yeah, really. Hey, I got to talk about Mike James for a second. Mike is sitting right in front of us on the sideline here at the Toyota Center. When the Raptors win this game, and they are going to win this game.
All right, here's a prediction.
Okay,
Chuck.
I don't want Mike James in the locker room because, well, it was just another game, and, you know, Houston's no different than Milwaukee or Cleveland. We all need wins. I just want a player for once to be up front and honest. Hey, you know what? It felt great beating my old team.
Exactly.
You know what? They dealt me. I wasn't expecting it. McGrady. That was pretty.
They dealt him for Ray for Alston, no less. And
Rafer's out with
he's
broken
been banged up.
Right leg.
Yep. Really hasn't been able to have any impact here whatsoever.
He's been out 5 weeks. Villanueva with a flush. Counted as a foul. He just gave Lonnie Baxter an NBA poster.
Ah, sweet move that time by Mo Pete getting through the lane, making that pass, and that's a gorgeous read inside. The Raptors really moving the ball effectively tonight. Look at Mo Pete curling the screen, getting into the heart of the defense, sucking that second white shirt in, and sweet dump-off pass inside of Charlie V. But Mo Pete does such a real nice job, Chuck, moving without the ball. He curls those screens, he'll fade, he'll pop out off of it. He really recognizes how to use down screens.
Raptors extend their lead to 8.
Lots of doubles on T-Mac.
Raptors always looking to push with Calderon on the floor.
Again, get into their second unit, create fatigue, create a higher tempo, extra possessions. You have more talent. Make sure they have to play at your pace.
David Wesley came over and knocked that ball, charged it off the hands. Chris Bosh. So,
you know, when you play an inferior opponent, what are they going to try to do? They're going to try to shorten the game. Longer offensive possessions. They have to get back quickly in transition, make you go 5-on-5. Quicken the pace.
Calderon, gorgeous pass, and Bosh with a dunk.
Jose Calderon, gorgeous look. Again, the Raptors moving the ball effectively. 5 assists on 8 field goals. Good stuff.
Here's McGrady, splits the defense, has to give it up. Juwan Howard. He's played well this quarter.
That was all T-Mac, though, setting up Juwan. Raptors have to do a better job with that double team, closing it, not allowing them to split it. Shoulder to shoulder, leg to leg.
Raptors by 6. Peterson from that sweet spot in the left corner. That's a no-go. David Wesley barks out a call from his bench, and Wesley threw it away. Calderon to Bosh. He's got Peterson in the paint.
Great anticipation by Calderon. They knew they were going to post up T-Mac. Went right to the pass.
See how quickly Calderon gets rid of the ball, Jack?
That's why guys love playing with him. That's why the Raptors are doing a better job executing since he's played a lot more minutes. Because everyone knows they're going to get touches, and they don't mind giving it up because they'll get it back. Here's one of the Banger brothers, Chuck.
Yep, I saw Lonnie prior to the ball game.
Lonnie Baxter, former Raptor.
Yep.
Where's Robert Archibald, the other Banger brother?
Robert Archibald was playing in Europe. I know he got married. So we'll have to find out where Robert Archibald is. I know he was playing with a team in Spain, and things did not work out.
Now, do you still have the Banger Brother T-shirts for sale?
Yes, they are. They're in a box.
Fans out there?
They are in a box.
You and Leo had a big business going.
McGrady with 6 ticks on the shot clock. McGrady hustling to the rim, and he got stuffed by Charlie Villanueva, and they're calling a foul on Charlie V.
Raptors get broken down at the back end of the shot clock. Here's a double team right here. And again, T-Mac, he has such great ball handling skills. Look how he just turns the corner on Bosh. And even though Charlie V got the ball, there was a little body there as well.
So McGrady going back to the free throw line. This one pops out. He's averaging 9 free throws per game.
Shooting 74% from the line for Jeff Van Gundy.
And now Ryan Bowen coming in for Juwan Howard. Howard leading with 8 points, 5 rebounds.
You know, considering what Houston's been through so far with injuries, for this club to be 10-13, I think it's a testament to how excellent a coach Jeff Van Gundy is.
Calderon, nope. Rebound Bosh. And that ends the first quarter. As the Raptors go into period number 2, up 5-5. 21-16.
Good start. The Raptors playing with energy tonight against a down opponent. This is coming to town. Here we go. A little hello.
I'm sorry, Jack. When I was a kid, the Elves didn't look that good.
Hey. The times have changed, Chuck. You're in the 21st century. Get with the program. Here's our speed stick by Menon. First quarter stats. And,
Jack, this is supposed to be a holiday cheer.
Oh, I know that.
Not jeer.
Big difference in the game so far, Chuck. Raptors doing a great job getting to the free throw line. And speaking of the holidays in red, the Raptors wearing the red jerseys tonight. And there's the Red Rocket.
Yeah.
The Rocket. R squared, Red Rocket.
So on the floor for the Raptors, you've got Bosh, Bonner, Peterson, Jalen Rose, along with Jose Calderon. McGrady. Head back to McGrady. 6 blocks on the shot clock, and McGrady has to force up a 3. Excellent defense by the Raptors. They're really making sure that Houston works deep into the clock.
Again, and they're cued in on the fact that McGrady's their real player. No one else can beat him. And just, you know, whatever you got to do, just get the ball out of T-Mac's hands, and good things will happen. There's Jalen Rose coming off a solid performance in Orlando.
Yep, played 34 minutes, 15 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Early second quarter right here on Rogers Sportsnet. Luther head, screening roll. Stramal Swift, high off window, no, but a tip that's good by Lonnie Baxter, the undersized 6'8" center of the Houston Rockets. Our second quarter brought to you by Nissan. And what do we have here?
I think we have a technical foul on the Houston bench, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure who got it. They're just saying Houston bench. So somebody down there is making some comments to the officials. What didn't surprise me is Dikembe Mutombo. He wasn't happy with the officials earlier. And Jeff can't repeat what he's saying right now, but for you lip readers out there, I'm sure you know what he just said. But Jeff, not happy about the officiating.
You know, Jack, they went 0-8 with McGrady's sideline with knee and back problems, and now he's facing 6 players. 4 in rotation gone.
We saw that a few years ago with the Raptors. You think back, there's a nice shot by Chris Bosh. The Raptors, when Vince Carter missed a chunk of the season, Alvin Williams went down, Jalen Rose missed the last 20-something games of the year, and the Raptors win 33 games for Kevin O'Neal. That could have been a playoff team. When you lose primetime guys, boy, it makes a big difference.
And, you know, over the last couple of years, the Raptors have avoided really major injuries. I mean, Bosh has been outstanding. He's missed only 1 game in 2 years. You're
right. And Sam Mitchell, that's the one positive. He's been very fortunate that his club has stayed relatively healthy.
Here's McGrady again. Double pump. Gives it up. Swift, and he threw it away. Jalen wants to take Luther head. I can tell you that right now. Turnaround jumper. Nope.
That's what Lonnie Baxter does, Chuck. He's a workmanlike play. Gets on the glass. He's going to come up and set a screen. There you go. Raptors just doubling it every time. Every ball screen, they're just going to double T-Mac.
Moochie Norris.
Well, again, if you're a guy like Moochie Norris, you're going to get clean looks tonight. You make them, your team will stay in the game.
Jack, you made a great point about some of these players on Houston not normally getting a lot of playing time. Peterson off balance, and he got fouled on a scissor kick. And you've got guys like Derek Anderson, who came over after he was bought out by Portland. Guys, get Lonnie Baxter, Jack, who's playing. And now, I mean, his body is not accustomed to playing these kind of minutes now. And so you're talking about fatigue, and you're right.
Fatigue, and again, the concept of pegs. You know, when you get moved down a few pegs, there's more of a comfort level. And you have to move up a few pegs and play extra minutes and go against first-line players for more minutes. Their level of exposure starts to take over. And again, if you push the tempo, there's the Dikembe Mutombo.
With a dislocated
finger. And, you know, obviously, you create those extra possessions, big difference.
25-20, Raptors. Head, angles off on a switch, guarded by Matt Bonner. And again, Houston really working the clock. Moochie Norris to the rim. Some of this is Houston's style of offense. They're averaging only 88 a game.
Oh, no doubt.
But a lot of this is the Raptor perimeter defense taking the ball out of McGrady's hands.
At the same time, Van Gundy, they want to keep this tempo like this. They don't mind the score being 25-22.
And Bonner for 3.
Not for long, 28-22. Matt Bonner, again, Calderon the penetration, Bonner the recipient, clean look, good ball movement.
And with McGrady on the bench now, Jack, let's see if the Raptors can really take advantage of this.
He won't be on the bench long, that's for sure.
Luther head.
It's all about a guy stepping forward and making a few plays here. Luther head plays with a lot of intensity.
Wide open from the corner. Rimming, no. Hit the top of the backboard. Ball stays alive, and this is Moochie Norris.
Good shot from Mo Pete. Calderon got him the ball wide open. Can't get better than that.
Moochie Norris doing a lot of dribbling now. Lets the throw for a runner. Peterson going upstairs. That ball hit the backboard. Bonner again for 3. Bam! On the red rocket. You can get out the umbrella, coach. It's raining trays here in Houston.
Chuck, just like Sam Mitchell threw it up. You throw the backboard pass to Chris Bosh, and then you throw it out to Matt Bonner. Beautifully designed by the Raptors. Right. Take it any way you get it.
So Bonner and the Raptors in front.
Road that time of year, so it'd be nice to be home for a few days. Is T-Mac right there, still watching?
Well, you think of those days with Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady in the late 90s.
That was fun.
All right, so Howard. And they give it up. Baxter working against Aaron Williams, who played well the other night. And again, solid defense by Aaron Williams. Good to have him back on the floor.
Well, he's a good player. I mean, he's gonna come off the bench and give you solid minutes defensively. He'll rebound for you.
Bonner's short. See, you should just stay outside 3-4. That was too close to the basket.
It was in the corner as well. Shot it off his heels that time. Didn't have great balance on his release.
Now Howard wants to work on Bonner on the block. Double on the ball. They give it up to Norris. Luther head. Nope. And he followed his miss. It's loose and it's Calderon. Here's Jose waiting for the trailers to arrive. He didn't force it, did he, Jack?
No, not one bit.
Jalen Rose got tied up by Baxter, and we're going to have a jump.
Speaking of forcing it, that was a forced possession at time. Jalen trying to go a little one-on-one action, and here it is right here. It's the coverage on Luchi Norris, and then the second defender comes his way, the third defender, and he's not able to pull the trigger on it. There's Chris Bosh watching the action, and Tracy McGrady, Chuck, going to check back in the game momentarily. Was sent back, didn't get him in time.
We can't put him in during the jump. And so you've got two former teammates with the Bulls and with the Raptors coach. Lonnie Baxter and Jalen Rose, they were traded along with Donyell Marshall in the JYD Antonio Davis deal.
JYD now
and don't forget Chris Jeffries. We can't forget Chris Jeffries.
Where is Chris Jeffries, by the way?
Don't have a clue. 31-24 Raps.
He wasn't the most passionate player I've ever seen.
You never know. Houston went 5-1 on the road. They look so disorganized. And this is what happens when you lose 6 players. Here is Mike James taking a dribble drive. And on the way to the rim, he'll shoot 2.
I might have thought that Mike James was still on the Rockets, because that's the only guy near the ball when he threw it.
They probably wish he was. Not only in that trade, taking nothing away from Ray Alston, but the Raptors were able to get Mike James, and remember, as far as contractually,
Cap
Mike
savings.
James has an opt-out.
He can opt out at the end of this year, and bottom line, a reduction in the exposure on the contract. And let's face it, at this level, with the NBA salary cap the way it is, not only are you managing your personnel in terms of what they can and can't do for your team, but it's also management of your cap and getting the maximum bang for the buck throughout your roster.
And they're really not sure when Ray Olson's going to return.
And let's face it, Ray, for the thing that he can do well, he can get in the lane and create and do a lot of good things in broken play scenarios. They need to be so structured to be effective.
McGrady. Howard with the offensive rebound. Good job by Juwan Howard. He was the only Houston player in the paint. Luchi Norris from the left corner.
Good ball moving around the horn right to left. And again, Luchi Norris, he's a capable open shooter. 3 for 4 tonight.
Raptors have outscored Houston 4-0 from 3 balls. And just like the other night when they outdistanced Orlando behind the arc 7-1, that has been the story of the ball game tonight. 12-0 in that department. Raptors go to zone. And it's a screen and roll with Wesley and Juwan Howard. They're begging Juwan Howard to take that 17-footer. This is a post-up with Aaron Williams on Howard. Backing in, giving it up. Calderon makes the extra pass to Jalen Rose to the rim.
You got to love it. Calderon had an open shot. Instead, he gave it to Jalen. If you're Jalen, you got to love that youngster. Getting him the ball, getting him another quality touch. This time, Jalen got in the middle of the floor. He had options, and he took the right one.
Juwan Howard got away with a walk. And when he put it on the floor, he was fouled by Aaron Williams. So Tracy McGrady and the Rockets having an off night here at the Toyota Center for T-Mac. Only 2 of 6 with 6 points. We'll return in a minute. 35-26 Raptors.
You look at some of the Rockets. There's Ray Alston behind Bobby Sora and John Barry and company. Skip to my Lou.
6 players, count them, 6, including that guy, Yao Ming. I mean, you take 19 and 9 out of your lineup. And he creates so much havoc altering shots. I mean, this man is 300 pounds. He's 7'6".
He's got the big toe injury, and that is a big toe.
He's out 6 weeks. Howard. And that is Juwan Howard's favorite play, Jack.
Left block, little jump hook, and he had got superior position against his fellow Chicago native Aaron Williams inside.
So this is Mike James at the point. Coleman is playing the off guard. Jose from the baseline.
That's why, Chuck. They felt like they had a mismatch at that position. Mike James could do a little blow-by action, and Jose, little catch and shoot, nails it.
He's looking good. You never know he had that heel injury.
Charlie B, it's nice having both of them back in the lineup.
Rockets shooting 41%. The Raptors at 46%. And they lead 37-28 and ring it up again. Boy, they are really cooking here. 39 points already at the 4-minute mark and running of the half.
Jalen Rose playing with that swagger again. Chuck, I said to you Sunday, I was a little concerned. He didn't play with a lot of confidence or assertiveness against Philadelphia, but Orlando and even tonight, there's a lot more belief in terms of his game and what you see out there. And
he just got smacked by Juwan Howard as well.
Jalen right here. Look at it right here. Jalen pulling up on T-Mac. That's a tough shot because you're shooting over a guy who's tall with the long arms. Made it look easy.
Howard. Norris. Moochie Norris. Not bashful tonight. David Wesley.
He can do that. He was such an effective player, Chuck, with the Hornets for so long.
Past tense now.
Yep. But he was a good pickup for them last year.
Oh, yeah.
He did a solid job for them.
So this is James with the clock winding down with 6 ticks. And Bosh with a touch on Bowen. And now they're going to call illegal defense on Juwan Howard.
And he was camped out in the lane.
And Moochie Norris, I believe.
Yep.
Peterson check it in for Calderon.
Nope. Look at right here. Ryan Bowen trying to hang with Chris Bosh, but it's not going to happen. You got to get those hands off him, too.
And Matt Bonner didn't have much mustard on that one. No. 39-30, Toronto.
Raptors 7 of 10 from the line. Been to the line twice tonight on Tex.
Let's see if they go back to Bosh, Jack, and run a similar play. Rose. Bonner. His pass. Slapped by Wesley. Kept in play. What a performance by David Wesley. And a layup by Leatherhead. That is one of the best plays we have seen all year.
Let's see if the Houston Rockets now respond to that leadership by David Wesley, veteran player, giving it up for the good of his team. Great hustle play, you're right.
I love it. First the deflection, then the race to the table. Kept it in play to his own hoop.
Yep. Big time play.
Back in Houston, it's a Graham family Christmas. That's not the picture they sent out on the Christmas card, though. The boys are a little older now. Both Stephen and Joey in Houston tonight in uniform, and I'm with their dad, Joe. Must be a very proud moment for the family.
Oh, we're very excited. We're very proud of both of them, and couldn't ask for a better Christmas. I just want to see them go at each other. If we can do that, that would be wonderful.
I want to ask you, you know, both boys played against each other growing up all the time, but I think this is the first time that they haven't worn the same uniform. Well,
they did it prior to middle school, and they one had to lose, one had to win, and the one that lost cried a lot. We had to take them out to dinner, but this is the first time on a professional level, but they're ready. I mean, Stevie is jumping at the bits. He can't wait to get in that game. I think if Van Gundy gives him an opportunity, you'll see the assets that he brings to the table. He's an extremely talented individual.
Tell us a little bit about Steven's game.
Stevie is, I think he may be a little bit stronger than Joey at this point. He dribbles the ball a little better. He shoots the ball with a higher degree of accuracy from the outside. He's just a hard worker. He doesn't have any quit in him. and he's hungry for it. He really wants it, and he want to win. So I think that once you see him on the floor, he's going to be so hungry and so excited that he's going to be unstoppable.
What do you think of Joey in his first few games in the NBA? Have we seen the best of Joey or the real Joey yet?
Absolutely not. Joey is in a period where he's learning the system and he's trying to figure out how he fits in. Joey is an unbelievably talented individual, and I think once he finds his niche and his role, you're going to see him surface like you would not believe. I mean, the best is yet to come.
All right, we'll appreciate that. We know Mom Rose is here. She's up in the nosebleed section, just like a true mom. Will always take the burnt toast and the worst tickets. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
You know, to set the record straight, just so the siblings make sure that we clarify things, that Joey was born 10 minutes before Stephen. Yep. And they have another brother, Brian, 15 months older, who played at the University of South Florida. And so the Graham family talked to both Joey and Stephen, and they're very proud of Brian, who's not getting a lot of pub because of this encounter tonight in the NBA. There's another twin set that plays in the NBA, Jason and Jaron Collins.
Yep.
And during the 60s and 70s, the Van Arsdales played. Dick and Tom. Chris Bosh with a beautiful curl.
Great move by Bosh, going to the ball, going to the basket strong. And you know, it's nice that Dad is such a positive force in their life, yes, you know, and how positive he is about his kids and how realistic he is as well. And there's a beautiful move by Chris Bosh. And there's Mr. Graham right there.
Yep. Navy pilot. He was stationed in Florida and Norfolk as well. We'll have the halftime feature on the Graham brothers tonight.
Chuck, I remember you saying your dad was stationed in Norfolk, am I right?
Yep. The USS Sierra. And by the way, you know what? We're not only going to feature the Grahams, but just a side note, you know, Joey is an accomplished pilot, an aviator as well. Has his pilot license that he not only took the test and passed with flying
colors. So he'll be able to fly your
State.
private jet for you, huh?
No, that goes against the cap job. Sorry. All right, McGrady, who's had a very quiet night with 6. They have shown double, and why not? Wesley gave up an open look for Moochie Norris shooting over Jalen Rose. Moochie Norris, he's got the mojo going off the bench.
If I'm Jeff Van Gundy, I'm thrilled. Trace McGrady's got 6 points, and they're only down 4. Houston just giving a little token pressure after made field goals.
Peterson, Rose, back to Mo Pete, making the extra pass. Mike James, bam.
Great ball movement. The Raptors just doing a wonderful job tonight, making that extra pass. 10 assists on 15 field goals. You gotta love it.
Well, McGrady better get used to this because every team's going to watch this tape after the game. Move their head, 10-1.
Well, you know what? Give Tracy a lot of credit. He's doing a wonderful job being a decoy, attracting that second red shirt to him. And I say it so many times, it's 4-on-3 somewhere else. And you look at the Raptors, they're in their rotation, and Houston just shredding through it. Just move the head right there. And if you're a great player, you're almost like a magnet, Chuck. You with the ball, you attract those other guys. And if you're unselfish and the other guys can make plays, and they're going to have more space, and they're going to be against a scramble defense, good things can happen if guys can make plays off of your attraction of the double.
The high-low feed, they go inside to Bonner, comes up shooting, really got it.
That's a big-time move right there, Matt Bonner, with some force.
Yeah.
Forcing it up inside.
He's got 9 first-half points for the Red Rocket. And the Raptors are shooting 52%. Lose their head. Chuck, I got to ask you a question. How can a guy make 20, 25-footers? As Peterson's got banged up with the bicep on the left arm, they may have to call a timeout. And Mo Pete's going straight to the bench. He's hurt. How can Luther Head make shots like that, and you can't make free throws where he's 60 points?
Well, he's a rhythm shooter. You know, it's almost in rhythm on the catch, no thought process, just catch, shoot.
Did you see Peterson get hurt?
No, I didn't, Chuck.
I wonder if he got a stinger right now.
Looks like he's feeling that shoulder right there. Matt Bonner's played well tonight, Chuck. You know, he's been a difference maker tonight for the Raptors, coming off the bench. Raptor bench been real solid. 18 points off the bench from the second unit. And beautiful pass here by Calderon. Matt Bonner, shot ready on the catch. Bonner, again, getting the opportunity from the double team from Bosh. This time, this is a real forceful move. Good job by Matt Bonner here in the first half for the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, Bonner off the bench with the 11 minutes of activity, 9 points. And there is now Mo Pete. He probably got a little stinger. Yep.
Yep, there it is.
Right there.
Takes a few minutes to get the feeling back.
That's got to hurt. Bonner, nice feed. Bosh turn around.
Good play call out of the timeout. They got exactly what they wanted. And then the Raptors catch a break here.
And Moochie Norris is down.
Raptors went 4 out, 1 in that time. And obviously when you have Matt Bonner in the game as your 4-man, people are going to be hesitant to double because he can shoot the 3 so well. And they got Bosh with the single coverage. Here's Jeff Van Gundy.
Two teams have combined for 15 turnovers, and this is a big loss now. Moochie Norris cannot put any weight.
And we might see Stephen Graham.
Wow. Well, they've already lost 6 players. Chris Bosh with our pizza. Play of the half. Nice little spin. Backing, spinning, and jamming.
Mike James, awesome. Off the screen on the baseline. Knocking down the jumper for the Raptors as the Raptors come out of that with a 3. 46-41.
Ryan Cohen to release.
Again, if you're Jeff Van Gundy, you got to love the position you're in. Here's Moochie Norris.
Yeah, he's headed to the locker room.
Trainer Keith Jones right there bringing him to the locker room.
You know when a player has to have assistants walking on. No player wants to put the arm over the shoulder. They want to walk off by themselves. Mike James, a streak shooter, and the Houston coaching staff knows that so very well. And Mike James down with 10, and that ends the half.
That's the end of the first half.
So the Raptors go into the break up by 5.
Mike James and company getting it done. And there's Moochie Norris being escorted to the locker room. Raps lead by 5.
In the Christmas spirit here at Houston, where the Raptors lead 48-43. Speaking of giving, I'm with assistant coach Jim Todd. 12 assists on first 17 field goals. You knew you wanted to move the ball well. So far, so good.
It's a pretty good segue there. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, we moved the ball around fairly well. We had a pretty good quarter. In the first quarter, we were somewhere in the 40s. I think second quarter, I believe both teams shot over 60% or somewhere in that range. You know, we did a good job on Tracy. We tried to slow him down a little bit, double him as much as we can. We were kind of hoping that their secondary plays and other players wouldn't shoot so well. They would shoot 60%. So I'm sure T-Mac's going to try to get it going more in the second half, and especially starting the third quarter. We're going to probably try to stay with our same game plan we started the game with. Just got to play a little better defense and see what happens.
All right, best of luck in the second half.
Thanks.
All right, both teams shooting over 50%. Houston, the only team in the NBA that hasn't allowed an opponent to shoot 50 in a game. Chuck?
Okay, as you look at Mike James, a former Rocket with 10 first half points.
IBM winning strategies, Chuck, and first and foremost, I think the Raptors have done a terrific job controlling Tracy McGrady tonight. Secondly, push the tempo, not really a factor, but the Raptors getting this game in the pace that they want. And then last but not least, second unit, the Raptors, Bonner and Bosh, 13 and overall 18 points for the second unit. And you know the difference in this game, Raptors second unit outscoring the Rockets, and that's a big difference. And there's the Raptor bench getting ready for the second half.
Our President's Choice halftime stats. And the Rocket bench did do a good job, Jack, but you have an update on the injury to Moochie Norris, because you take him out of the mix here with these halftime stats, and if he can't go in the second half, that's a major loss.
Being quad right now, Chuck, and he's going to try to play sometime in the second half. They're not sure whether he can go, but he's going to try to give it a go.
Yeah, Norris was 4 for 6 off the bench. for Jeff Van Gundy. Only one uniformed player for Houston did not see action because they're really depleted now, and that was Stephen Graham.
Yep. And, you know, if I'm Jeff Van Gundy in the second half, I try to maybe change my strategy a little bit with regard to T-Mac and so many screen and rolls, because the Raptors are automatically doubling that every time and negating McGrady's effectiveness. So I think you got to try to get him some ISOs, clear sides, get him the ball in the middle of the floor.
Nice pass, Lonnie Baxter, but he traveled.
Yeah, you know, it's a great play at setting a guy up, and a guy who's more of a secondary player playing prime minutes against first unit guys is just not able to finish.
Plus Houston, McGrady is catching the ball, Jack, behind the arc, so that gives the Raptors an opportunity to double him early, and we're going to have a foul.
And he's getting the ball a lot of times not in the scoring area, as you said.
That's it.
And when you're not able to get the ball in the scoring area, you know, your effectiveness is quite minimal.
Juwan Howard's just picked up his third early here in third quarter. Joey Graham for three. Yes! Nothing but net for Joey G. And the Golden Graham now with 5.
That's effective right there. Just take a few shots, make them. Here's a pick and roll again. And the Raptors, I mean, if I'm Jeff Van Gundy and I'm looking at it, if that's the effect I want, so be it. But every time they run screen and roll, the Raptors are just second to second. They don't even care about the guy who set the screen. They are just going to get T-Mac every time, and Hoffa picking up the foul.
See where McGrady catches the ball now, put it on the floor, and Ryan Bowen, with all due respect, he's a role player and a very good role player. But if he's going to be shooting long-range jumpers, it's a long night for Houston.
They're not going to win.
Hyundai is brought to you by Hyundai, our third quarter. Peterson. That's Lonnie Baxter. Lonnie Baxter tonight, Jack, playing 9 minutes already. You'll get 9 minutes in a week normally. If that, see this another missed shot by Ryan Bowen.
1 of 5 tonight from the field.
Yep. They're going to give Mo that shot. It almost went down. Raptors now behind the arc, 4 for 10. Houston 1 for 5. It's a 50-43 ball game. McGrady double on the ball. Juwan Howard got stripped on the way up. Wanted to foul, didn't get it. We go the other way. Here's Mike James giving it up. Graham from 15. Yes.
Rockets need a timeout right now. The wheels have come off. They have not come out to play. And on the flip side, the Raptors coming out of the gate prepared, and they've jumped on the Rockets.
Joey Graham with a couple of third quarter field goals here, and the Raptors lead 52-43.
Here's Ray for Alston, the ex-Raptor, 2-time Raptor, actually.
And again, with the injuries to Alston, I mean, McGrady missed 8 games. They didn't win 1 game with T-Mac on the bench. Now Yao Ming is gone for 6 weeks. When the Raptors catch a major break, no Yao Ming against Toronto this year. David Wesley for 3. Yao Ming will not be in uniform for Houston when they pay the Raps a visit January the 6th. 53-46 Raptors. Bosh giving it up to James at the point. They run screen and roll. James piercing inside, and his pass deflected over the Rocket bench, out of bounds with 4 on the clock. What do you run here, Coach?
Well, got to be a catch and shoot play, 1 dribble limit. Try to get one of your shooters on a pin down here.
Mike James. Rebound McGrady. Tracy has taken only 6 shots. He's been to the foul line only 4 times.
He's very passive. Is that me, or I really don't think he's been all that involved or tried to.
Look how far he is from the basket.
But he's just standing there. He's not even calling for the ball.
And David Wesley is fouled going to the hoop.
Chuck, at some point in time, you got to take the bull by the horns, too, if you're Tracy McGrady, and try to take the game over a little bit. And look at him. I mean,
this is great camera work, and we appreciate our truck.
I mean,
showing this. I mean, look. I mean, he's not moving.
He's a statue.
I mean,
he's a statue.
Peterson was playing, what, 5 feet off him?
You dress him up like a mannequin, Chuck. You know, Macy's window, and have him model some clothes for Christmas.
where we showed the quote that McGrady was going to have to take over the game.
I'm not seeing it.
And he's very capable. I mean, he scored 162 points in an NBA game against Washington.
I'm glad he isn't, but I'm surprised, to be honest with you.
So with 9:06 remaining, third, 53-48 Raptors. Get the opinion check, just the flow of this game. The Raptors really have never been challenged tonight.
No, not at all. They just got a comfortable 5-point lead.
That tough ankle pass for Chris Bosh.
You know, and I can see why the Rockets struggle at home. I mean, you know, I don't understand why the Raptors do, because the Raptor crowd is into it. This place is dead.
Well, they're averaging 16,300 a game.
Raptors are outdrawn them. Raptors 15th in the league. You know, you hear criticism about Toronto. I mean, this for a team that's struggling so poorly. Beautiful move by Chris Bosh. You know, the fact that the Raptors are right in the middle of the pack in attendance, I think speaks volumes about the loyalty of the fans and how supportive they've been of a team in a major rebuilding effort.
Howard with a power move runs into Rafael Araujo. And with 10 on the clock, Houston will inbound it. You know, to take that step one more item on attendance, Jack, is that just think, Jack, the Raptors have won one home game. One. If you gave the Raptor crowd, you know, the performances they've done on the road here in December, I mean, think about it. Here's Luther Head with a floater. And the lead pass goes to James. Graham, nice pass. Peterson with the stick back, contact, and the trailer official, Kevin Fair, makes the call. Look at Dikembe Mutombo on the bench. He's standing up.
Well, I thought Kevin Fair, he's telling him to sit down right now. But Kevin Fair, he wasn't even over half court. That was from a long way away.
Yeah, but it was the proper call.
It was the proper call. Just not in a great position to call.
He fouled him right there.
No, there's no doubt.
Is he wagging the finger? That's a big finger right there with that apparatus, that brace.
Don't approve of that call.
His tie is so big, Jack. That's a blanket for me. You know what's amazing? He played at Georgetown with Alonzo Mourning. They never went to a Final Four.
You have to call John Thompson about that one. You know, sometimes when you have two big guys like that, your chemistry isn't great in terms of other guys and everyone's roles.
Lonnie Baxter with a rare jam. The Banger brother asserting himself well tonight with 4 points and 3 rebounds.
Houston hanging around. It's unusual to see the Raptors are playing with the lead pretty much the whole night here.
Yep.
Actually, the Rockets have not led tonight.
Peterson from the corner. Juwan Howard with the board.
Raptors' biggest lead, 11 tonight. Rockets have never led.
David Wesley with a pump. Luther Head from the corner of 3.
Good job by Hoffa corralling him.
And Lonnie Baxter with a loose ball foul. We mentioned the fact that they're very thin on the bench. They've got to be careful not to get in too much foul trouble.
Here's Hoffa coming up with his 5th board tonight. He has not scored in a while, Chuck.
Well, Jack, he hasn't attempted a shot. You got to shoot to score.
But in the last 3 games, haven't been very quiet offensively.
And this is Bosh again. And up and under. Rejected by Lonnie Baxter. Where did that come from? Lonnie Baxter misfires. Let's not get too carried away. And there is Jerry Graham with a foul on Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac going in the stands. I'm sure Jeff Van Gundy held his breath for a second.
Yep.
Doesn't want another guy getting hurt. Here's T-Mac. Here's Chris Bosh going to the basket. And Lonnie Baxter, sweet snuff right there. Think about it, Chuck. Tracy McGrady has not attempted a field goal in this quarter yet. I mean, we're almost 6 minutes in, and he hasn't taken a shot.
Yep.
I mean, you tell me. I don't think he's been all that assertive.
Jack, in all honesty,
he's always got that sleepy look.
I don't know if he's hurt, so I don't want to pour too much criticism on him. Because
I'm not critical. I'm just making a point of fact.
And now we're going to have more problems at the scorer's table with the clock. We've got, according to the clock, 5.2 seconds to go in the third, and the Raptors will take it.
And the Raptors Sam Mitchell would love this clock to speed up a little bit.
Hey, I'll take a 7-point lead going to the fourth quarter right now. Get on the bird and go to San Antonio.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. And now we have all kinds of issues.
Scoreboard's just bugging out tonight, Chuck.
Yeah.
It's like you when the Raptors make a three, getting all fired up.
Well, you see the Raptor huddle. Raptors tonight, 48% from the floor, 5 triples. They've been to the foul line 14 times. What are they doing rebounding-wise, Coach?
The Raptors -4 on the backboards, but their defense on McGrady's been very effective. And, Mo Peterson has done a good job on T-Mac. Their doubles have come quickly and aggressively, and they've negated the big star for the Rockets.
Wesley, Luther head with a ball fake and a scoop rimmed out. And here come the Raptors again, looking to push. And we have an offensive foul. Rafael Araujo with an illegal screen.
Those are the ones that kill you. The Raptors get a possession, they're pushing.
At what time do you start thinking about bringing Villanueva off the bench?
Well, obviously, we haven't seen Charlie in a while, but
here he comes.
you're a mind reader. You probably saw him out of the corner.
I did not.
And you're right. I know what you were doing, Chuck. You say, I think they should bring Villanueva. And he was getting up already.
Lonnie Baxter. He's taking too many shots,
yes.
Jack.
When Lonnie Baxter has taken 5 shots and T-Mac's taken 6, something's up.
Another ball poked out of bounds by McGrady. Villanueva comes in for Hoffa.
Coach Swift with the substitution call. Charlie V checking in. He only played 5 minutes in the first quarter. 3 points.
Swift has come in for Lonnie Baxter. So I think Chip Van Gundy is reading our mind.
Yes. Maybe you could coach in this league, Chuck. I think you'd be...
I think not. Well, I wouldn't mind a coach's salary.
Would you be a yeller or screamer type? Great move there by Mike James.
You talk about lazy interior defense. Yep. You can't have a 6'2" guard shoot over Jamal Swift.
James just brings it every play, though.
And now Peterson comes up with a steal. Graham, Mo Peterson, knifing inside. And it rimmed out. He will shoot 2.
Fabulous defensive play that time by T-Mac. He trailed, by Mo Peterson on T-Mac. Trailed him through the screen and makes the big play. Watch him. He trails the screen and then bang, anticipates the ball being passed on the sideline hand and then going to the bucket strong. Outstanding individual play. D-0 by Mo Pete.
Jack, can I tell you something?
Yes.
Somebody better tell the Houston Rockets there's an NBA game going on. Okay? I mean, maybe it's coming off a West Coast swing. I mean, they had a 5-1, their best in franchise
history. Like a malaise here.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they cut it to 5, they slipped to 8, now it's 10.
And you see those bags under Jeff's eyes? They're going to be even worse tomorrow morning if he stays up all night watching the tape. My recommendation, don't even watch this tape. It's going to be one of those games you just throw it out.
McGrady with only 6 points.
Raps D has been solid.
8-2 Toronto run. Wesley, Bowen, Swift, 6 ticks on the clock. Now 4. Luther Head's going to have to hurry. They're going to have to back it up and they cannot find a shooter on the court.
That time, I thought Jamal Swift held on to the ball way too long, and then he and Head, he wanted him to clear out and have one-on-one coverage, but you got to be able to make a move in there against a guy like Bosh.
The Raptors can put this game away right here, Jack. I mean, they're up big. Houston's going through the motions. Swift is down now.
Come on, man. We can.
It looks like there was a foul there on Swift.
Where'd he get hit, Jack?
I think in the midsection, Chuck. I think I'm going to be like the Leafs and say it's a lower body injury. And here we go. Yes, Chuck. Oh, Chuck, that's a lower body injury if there.
In other words, he won't be singing Jingle Bells tonight. Okay. All right.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, I feel the guy I feel for the most is Keith Jones, the trainer of the Houston Rockets. You talk about a busy fella. This is unbelievable, the number of injuries the Rockets have.
Gord Cutler and Paul Graham, let's and you bail us out and let's go to a hockey. There you go. Thank you very much. Molson Canadian leaves hockey. New Jersey at Toronto.
Yeah, Coach Lamoriello with the big W, huh?
Hey, by the way, speaking of New Jersey, our thoughts and prayers are with Pat Burns. As you know, Pat is undergoing treatment for cancer.
Yep.
And you know what? He is one of the finest hockey people you will ever meet. So for those of you watching on the dish tonight that know Pat, send him our best from all of us at Rogers Sportsnet and Raptors NBA TV. 7 on the clock. We near the 5 of the mark here in Houston. 61-50 Raptors make it. A Chris Bosh going up for a rebound. It went off his hands. It is hard to believe, folks, that Tracy McGrady is Sam Mitchell in disbelief. That Tracy McGrady has played 28 minutes, has not attempted a shot, any kind of shot
in the third quarter. I think they're going to just say again, they go screen and roll. The Raptors are going to automatically double. T-Mac goes the other way.
And now Juwan Howard lost the hand.
And, you know, this is the one criticism Jeff Van Gundy has received throughout his career as a head coach in the league. Kind of a lack of imagination from an offensive perspective. But, you know, his teams play so hard. They're so well prepared. They defend. But tonight, T-Mac is not giving it to him. And the Raptor defense been real effective.
McGrady with one pump. Now he kills his dribble. Now Bosh is playing T-Mac out in front. He says, bring it on. We got one-on-one. And a shot rejected by Bosh. Juwan Howard with a pump. And he gets 2.
A good job by Chris Bosh that time. The individual defense against a terrific player in T-Mac. Does a nice job right here. T-Mac frustrated. Watch him right here. Chris Bosh up to the challenge right here. Available to take on everything. And good job on a contest. Howard getting the rebound and 2 shots.
Yep, Bosh with his 25th block of the season. Raptors last in that department. And, you know, Jack, with Rob Babcock scouting again, he has so many things on the table regarding the draft and the offseason and what could happen before the trading deadline in late February. This club, as they look for priorities in the offseason, they've got to get some people who can play interior defense to block some shots. They're last in the league at 2+ a game.
I agree. I mean, the interior defense has got to be a lot stronger. You know, obviously they have to upgrade, you know, in so many areas in terms of their second unit, increasing depth. And obviously things aren't going to really be able to turn until they get the cap space to address major issues with veteran players they're able to bring in free agency.
Chris Bosh with outstanding body control. He didn't run straight into the front of Ryan Bowen. He kept his distance with little contact. Wesley spots up 3. Raps caught a break. Kept alive by Bowen to Luther Head. He's going to attempt a 14-footer, and that's off the mark. And Ryan Bowen going for a loose ball, and this will go against Houston. And this will be against Juwan Howard with a push.
Juwan Howard pleading his case, but to no avail. Raptors will shoot free throws now. They're in the bonus. Sam Mitchell's got to be very pleased with his club, though, tonight. I mean, the ball movement's been exceptional.
Well, these are winnable games, Jack. Well, I mean, these are games you got to win.
Absolutely, and they're doing it. And they're doing it. I mean, it's one thing to say it, and they are doing it. 49% that shooting. The ball movement's good. The defensive strategy against McGrady has been outstanding. And they're taking it to the Rockets.
Yep. You know, a lot of this, Jack, with the schedulers, the Raptors have found out with their own injury problems, not necessarily last year, but Lenny Wilkins' final season as coach and Kevin O'Neal. It's when you play them on the schedule, the state of the roster.
And at the same time, to Jeff Van Gundy's credit, I saw his quotes in the paper today. Hey, don't feel sorry for us. We're not going to use injuries as an excuse. That's the reality of the league. Everyone has injuries. And, you know, I give them a lot of credit because a lot of coaches use that as a crutch and they give their players an out.
Luther Head off the mark. Luther Head now in this ball game, 4 for 11. He has taken more shots than Tracy McGrady. Villanueva giving it up, and they want to run a play for Bosh. Here's Chris leaning inside. A little out of control for CB4. And Luther Head to McGrady. David Wesley with the step back. They elect to go underneath the Juwan.
Good ball movement that time. Houston that time showing a little bit of life, pushing the ball up the floor effectively. Kind of trying a little run and jump in the backcourt.
Jack, I think fatigue's going to be a major factor on this Houston club in the fourth quarter.
The Raptors' second unit's been solid tonight.
Their starters are playing a lot of minutes. They have no one else. No one else. Villanueva for three.
Good setup that time by Calderon. A little throw and kick.
David Wesley for three. Down the floor, it's Villanueva working on McGrady. Counted to the foul.
Oh boy, Joey Graham. Joey Graham, oh so close, coming up with offensive goaltending, but at the last second he stayed away from it. 3-point play.
Raptors lead here in Houston by 13.
Sprite impact player, Mike James.
He's taking a breather on the bench. Villanueva, Graham, along with Peterson, Bonner on the floor, and Jose Calderon. Mike James has played 28 minutes tonight.
By the way, Chuck, the last foul originally called on Juwan Howard was changed to Brian Bowen. So Howard only has 3 now instead of 4. And that's a big play, obviously. Here's Tracy McGrady. Because Jeff Van Gundy can ill afford to lose another player. Fouls, injuries, whatever the case may be.
When the story is written of this game, I think not only will you credit the outstanding job defensively by the Toronto Raptors in their game plan, but also Tracy McGrady and the lack of energy that he has shown. Mo Peterson with 12 points, but more importantly, his defense on T-Mac.
He's accepting the challenge and played very effectively. Again, here's a screen and roll scenario. And Houston gets a basket on it, but they're not going to win the game playing this way. Because every time T-Mac goes screen and roll, they double it, it's out of his hands. And if I'm the Raptors, I'll take my chances any day of the week against these other 4 guys. Let them score all they want. They're not going to beat you.
Jose Calderon, and he turned it over. And it's McGrady running the court.
Take care of the ball. The Raptors with 9 turnovers that have led to 11 points. Just want to be solid. Road game, high percentage plays, nothing silly.
Here's Joey Graham. Peterson. The pull-up rainbow. In and out, stays out. Loose on the floor, still loose. And it's Head. McGrady. He's got the wing open with Howard. A spin by Tracy. Giving it up to Juwan Howard. Flash.
That's my point about T-Mac giving the ball up. That's all fine, well, and good. But the other guys around him got to be able to make shots. And everyone's got to do something at a higher level than they used to. Have to move up those few pegs that a lot of times they just can't do.
McGrady. Nope.
Good defense by the Raptors. Yep. Charlie V on the catch, came right down to the post and doubled. Made him take a tough shot.
Crowd talk to Peterson. Traveled on that play. Here's Calderon with 9 on the clock. They're going to have to get a shot off, Coach. 3 on the clock. Peterson. Yep. Rebound, Houston. And it went off to Juwan Howard out of bounds. The Raptors catch a big-time break.
The Raptors will have only a 0.4 second differential here on the shot clock, so they can take this baby to the end of the 3rd quarter. And
Stephen Graham coming into the ball game. So, a little bit of history on the floor tonight. Cousins in Houston and Toronto. Cousins, of course, in New Jersey with the Collins, and before that with Dick and Tom. A couple of well-traveled veterans in the NBA in the 60s and 70s.
Now Joey and Stephen on the court at the same time, and Stephen checking Joey. right corner of your screen.
Going upstairs, a little bit too much for Jose Calderon because we have a foul.
Hey.
And Stephen Graham caught a piece of his brother Joey on the way to the rim.
How about that? Jose Calderon saying, we're going to throw it up top. There you go. Stephen said, you ain't dunking on me, man. That's not going to be the one highlight of their game against each other, particularly around the Christmas meal in a few days. You don't want that highlight being brought out.
No. You know, I asked Stephen prior to the game, I said, when you were growing up, who was the serious one? Who was the prankster? And he said, you know what? As you look at his dad, he said, you know, I was the prankster. Joey, he said, is very serious. And very much as Stephen takes a little bit of a breather here with 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. So much for his.
Well, they always say get in the book. He got in the book. He committed the foul.
Forces it up. But Tracy McGrady with only 6 points did not score this quarter. 2 for 10 for T-Mac. And the Raptors TV, the coaching staff of the Raptors, looking at an outstanding defensive performance. They've allowed the Rockets only 58 points. The Raptors' season low for opponents is 82 by the Nets.
And you're right, Chuck. And you look at those numbers, the Raptors have shot it pretty well. Their bench has been solid. They've gotten their fast break going a little bit. There's Jalen Rose and company in the game, and you got to give credit where credit is due. Strategically, Raptors well prepared. Every T-Mac touch, the double's coming.
Matt Bottle filling it up his third tray.
Great misdirection play out of the timeout. Good play call. Matt Bonner, clean look. Jose Calderon, awesome setup.
That's tray number 6 for the Raptors. Here's David Wesley with a pump. Wesley for 3. Houston shooting now 39%. We have not seen Moochie Norris in the second half after he hurt a quad muscle. And that's going to be a charge on Calderon. We have not seen Moochie Norris out with a quad injury sustained late in the first half. So there he is, trying to stay loose, but
he looks like he's going to try to play. They mentioned that he would try to play, but
they lose him. That will be the Rockets' 7th player to go down with injury.
They might have to appeal the NBA, Chuck, to get an extra guy.
I think so.
You saw Moses Malone the other night with the Sixers. Maybe come back and play with the Rockets.
Jalen Rose blocked the shot of Juwan Howard. Jalen Rose got popped by Howard. Again, these guys have been teammates for 3 years at Michigan. And I saw Jalen walking out into the monitor as we see fourth quarter brought to you by Raptors NBA TV HD.
Yep.
And I said, Jalen, what happened there? He goes, Juwan got me good, didn't he? I said, yep. They're going to move up that here.
Moochie Norris is going to try it out here, Chuck. We'll see how it goes for a few minutes.
He is going to try and play.
There he is. There's Moochie right there.
73-58 Raptors.
Well, he was very effective in the first half. 8 points, 3 or 4 shooting, 3 rebounds.
You know, this, if you're Jeff Van Gundy, you want to see how your character guys are going to take you, Jack. And you got Howard, you got McGrady on the court. I mean, double team or no double team, that's a nice pass to Juwan Howard. Soft shot. But where was that for the first 3 quarters?
Well, but again, I think the more screen and roll you run, the Rockets are running almost the same thing every time. You're inviting the Raptors to double him, and you're inviting the Raptors to force the ball out of his hands. So I would think you'd want him on the back end of the play as the receiver, not the initiator. You see what I'm saying, Chuck? I mean, if you have a guy like Tracy McGrady, he's a back-end guy, meaning you want to put him in scoring scenarios. And if they're going to double your ball screen constantly, you're negating his ability to be a back-end guy, a scorer. You're making him almost a facilitator for other players because it's 4-on-3 somewhere else. That's all fine, well, and good if you have other guys that can make plays and make shots. They just don't have enough of those guys.
Charlie V with a quick hook to the bench. James has come on.
He's played 12 minutes tonight. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm sure if Jeff Van Gundy had an opportunity, he'd love to have a guy like Clyde Drexler out there. He does. There's Clyde right there, right behind Jeff. Clyde
well, he
was
did
a great
coach in this city.
Yes, he did. He was the head coach of the University of Houston. Things didn't work out too well there.
No, I don't think so. You're being very kind.
You're He's a great player in his day, but the fact that he was a great player, it doesn't necessarily translate to the next level.
And McGrady is now 2 for 5. There's a look at Clyde the Glide, one of the 50 all-time great players. Got a ring here in Houston.
Yep.
After some splendid seasons with the Blazers. McGrady now with 7, a season low, 6 against the Pistons. Raptors looking for back-to-back road victories against the Magic and Rockets respectively with under 10 minutes to go. Wide open. Mo Peterson from the corner, and Jeff Van Gundy is absolutely furious.
Jose Calderon, his 5th assist tonight. Again, a little drive, a little draw, a little dish.
At the end of this timeout, you may see Jeff Van Gundy without any hair.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad. A good soul will be good, for goodness sake.
I didn't know Leo was in Houston.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Here's our Ford Fusion. Create a reaction, Chuck. We definitely need Jalen on his team because we need his wisdom and leadership, especially at the end of the game when he knows how to make plays. Mike James said that. You guessed it? Maybe that man in the white beard will come to your house, Chuck.
Well, you never know. You never know. Well, for now, Jack, we're in the 4th quarter with Mike James, 12 points, 29 minutes. Rafer Alston, no points, no minutes.
They're skipping to my loo tonight.
Lucci Norris. Here's Luther head to Mucci. That shot was falling for him in the first half. And this will be Houston ball with 9:31 to go in a 76-61 Raptor lead.
I sound like a broken record. The Rockets very predictable. Screen and roll. T-Mac gets doubled. Other guys got to make plays. Can't do it. Raptors strategically doing the right thing, getting it out of his hands.
And they've won only once here in Houston in franchise history. Luther head for 3.
Well, we'll take that. I mean, you know, he's not going to make enough of them to beat you.
Luther head with 12. A season high, career high as a rookie of 28. Calderon blows past Juwan Howard. Oh, he took the veteran to school. Jose Calderon, the conquistador. Showing a little something, Jack.
21 pretty good minutes from him, Chuck.
Yes, very good minutes. And Juwan Howard says enough of that.
Nice pass from McGrady that time. T-Mac with 9 assists. That's the one positive tonight. And he's had to be that kind of facilitator tonight because so many of the sequences have been, ball's been taken out of his hands.
Speaking of assists, you know the assists Kobe had last night at 62 points?
I don't know.
0.
Okay. You know what? After 3 quarters, he had 62 points, and the Mavericks only had 61 as a team. So, you know, forget the assists on a night like that.
Yeah, I don't think they're paying Kobe for assists.
Yeah.
Okay? Just like Tracy, they're not paying him to assist.
Yeah, they're paying him to score points.
Calderon against Juwan Howard. Working it. Giving it up to Peterson. They've got Bonner open. 6 on the clock. Shakes, fakes, pumping, shooting. Got it! All right in the mug of Luther head. Welcome to the NBA, kid. Oh, man, did Mike James take him to school or what?
Perhaps caught a break that time. Sam Mitchell screaming at his team. No one picked up head that time in transition. Got to communicate, but he missed the jumper.
Luther head has taken more shots than any player on the Houston club tonight. So this is where Jeff Van Gundy says, okay, here's how it works. We've got Tracy McGrady. We've got Juwan Howard. You know, another no-show tonight, Jack, for Miles Swift.
Well,
that's got to be a bummer for this franchise.
If I'm Carol Dawson, their general manager, I got to be rethinking that signing.
Well, Mike James, bam, a 3, right between the eyes.
You know, you talk about Miles Swift. How about the moves Jerry West made? It wasn't like he was crying in his milk over losing Miles Swift, Chuck.
Wesley Nell leading on. We got Jalen Rose leading the break. And it's Mike James at a reach-in foul. Mucci, you're right, Jack. I mean, from the standpoint of decisions, Carol Dawson elected to trade Mike James for Ray.
Not a good move.
He elected to bring in Stromile Swift. He's been a major bust here in Houston.
And again, you look at Jerry West on the flip side, some of the moves he made. He cleared out some guys that he didn't necessarily felt fit what Mike Fratello needed, and they're a solid club. They're not a great club. They're not going to win an NBA Finals, but they'll be a playoff team.
You know what, Jack? He looked at this roster and said, okay, as Bosh lines up and drains it.
Jay Williams, Bonzi Wells, Stromile Swift, they didn't fit.
Jason Williams.
I said Jay Williams. Right?
So you look at those three, gone.
Excellent defense by Murphy.
Raps on a 7-0 run. They got a 7-3 run now.
Again, you'll take that. With the head's not going to beat you. T-Mac's the guy that will, and Mo Pete doing a wonderful job getting the ball out of his hands.
Bosh wide open again. Peterson. Weak side rebound, McGrady. He's played 38 minutes with only 7 points. Luther Head. Stephen Graham.
There you go. Good timeout here by Sam Mitchell. Even though they have a 13-point lead, just a quick reminder, don't get sloppy and don't get soft. On Sportsnet, and again on Saturday night. I did the Sportsnet Plays of the Year show with Brad Fay. So
good. Our Gatorade Game X Factor tonight. Stromile Swift, Mike James.
No contest. NC, Mr. James, taking over for the Raptors tonight. Shooting over 50%, efficient with the ball movement. And Stromile Swift. They're going to have to send a search party out for that guy.
Raptors' last 3-game win streak on the road. Back in 2004, there's Stromile Swift.
Played with the Vancouver Grizzlies as well.
Second pick in the draft behind Kenyon Martin. And when he was selected by the Grizzlies, Dick Versace, then the general manager, proclaimed him as the future Rookie of the Year. Not.
Where is Dick Versace now?
Let's go to Norma. Norma covered the Grizzlies.
That last time out, head coach Sam Mitchell cautioning his club against taking quick shots. He said that's exactly what the Rockets want. Continue to do what you've been doing, but take the ball to the basket, and if you have to, kick it out.
Now, Norma, you covered the Grizzlies when Stromile Swift was there, right?
Yes.
Now, I mean, where is his career at? Because you saw him as a rookie. He had a lot of potential.
Yeah, well, he's been like a vapor for most of his career. The guy has amazing physical skills. He used to get called for hanging on the rim when, in fact, he was levitating. But Stromile has never really found a niche, and it's a shame because he does have incredible physical talent.
Well, I mean, sooner or later, he's going to have to turn it on, right? I mean, it's not like he's been in the league a couple of years anymore.
Well, you can have all the physical talent you want. There's a ton of guys in this league, Chuck, with physical talent. Do you have the toughness, the determination, the basketball IQ, the skill, along with having those gifts from a physical standpoint to go along with it?
He has played only 14 minutes tonight, no personals, 3 rebounds. I mean, has had 1 double-digit rebounding game this season. And as we mentioned, out west, he played 77 minutes in the past 4 games with only 8 rebounds, 1 on the offensive glass. Meantime, the Raptors lead 85-72 and more buckets for the Raptors.
Oh, that was awesome. Just awesome possession. Great ball movement. Beautiful cut in the lane.
That's 19 for Mike James.
21 assists for the Raptors, Chuck. Ball movement. Superior. Game's over.
Yep.
They're done.
Yep, they are done.
Rockets are done.
So if Mike James is our player of the game and Norma interviews him afterwards, I want Mike James to be very blunt and say, yeah, I love beating my ex-team. Now, he's too classy of a guy. He probably won't go there. But it would be fun if he did. That's a travel on Bosh. Because you know what, Jack? I mean, it's like when you got cut from your school team in the 6th grade in New York, and then you came back in a different uniform, and you say, it was great to beat St. Pat's.
All right, that didn't happen right then and there in the 6th grade. It took a few more years, Chuck, but I know what you're saying. I hung in past the 6th grade.
That's 17.
But Sam Mitchell, his club doing precisely what they want offensively. Eat some clock. Just be patient. Get quality shots each time down. Conservative approach. High percentage touches.
James with 1 pump. Mike turns the corner, trying to create some space. 3 on the shot clock. Shakes, bigs, fires, rimmed out. McGrady still locked in on 7 points. With only one that's half room ahead. He's taken over for the Rockets with 20. It's a 10-point lead. Raptors trying to go coast to coast. In the win column, Houston has never led tonight. And this is Stephen Graham leading the break.
Give Stephen Graham credit. He knows who the guys should get the ball.
You better believe it. McGrady, head. 10 on the clock. Now Jose Calderon defending McGrady, and Tracy threw it away.
I mean, if I'm Tracy McGrady, I got Calderon guard me. I'm going to clear the side and say, I'm taking this guy one-on-one.
Yep. And now they want to go screen and roll with Bosh. Chris is open. He can take Graham, and he does.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. And where's it, Dandy Don Meredith, Chuck? Even though the Raps are only up 12 here with 3 to go. Stick a fork in the Rockets.
And at home with Atlanta, there's Tracy McGrady.
Raptors defense has been terrific tonight on Tracy McGrady. Mo Pete, a big part of that. And again, anytime they run that double, that screen and roll, T-Mac, the ball comes right out of his hands. Post-ups, the double team's been coming there. Mo Pete, again, here's another double. And he has been real passive. Here's another double team. They run screen and roll. He's got to be a passer. You sound like a broken record.
Head came up and down with the ball. That was a travel right in front of us. No whistle. 5 of the clock. McGrady's going to have to jack it up. He has no other choice, and he does. And it hit back iron. Rebound Bosh, and we're at 2:35. Jack, I want to let you know right now, I am at the refrigerator door.
Yes.
And I'm about to get out. Well, I'm about to get out.
You're hungry. It sounds like you're a little hungry.
That's correct. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The door is getting wider. Peterson, get out the salami and cheese, mama. This ball game is over.
Chuck, the Raptors set you up beautifully. You were like waiting and waiting, and Mo Pete makes the 3.
Yes.
I sang "Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over" about a minute ago.
Well, I wanted to wait because that refrigerator, the light bulb was on.
Yeah.
Leslie, a little too late.
Well, the Raptors are going to end up going to 500 in the month of December, Chuck. 5 road wins.
Yeah, 5 out of 6.
Yep. And the other game they lost was at Washington in overtime. A very competitive game.
Here's the quote that we showed you in our pregame show. For those of you who just joined us, talking about averaging 30 points or something. Tonight, Tracy McGrady, 2 for 11. He's been to the foul line only 6 times. That's 3 under his average. He does have 11 assists.
Chuck, you asked me how many shots he was going to take tonight. You said he was going to take about 40.
Yep.
He took 11. I said 20, and I thought he'd take about 10, 15 free throws. He's only taken 6, so the Raptor defense is fabulous.
And I'm sure opposing teams are going to look at this. I mean, Houston doesn't have any players left on the roster, folks. And so they're going to say, great, you know what? You want to beat us? How about Juwan Howard to beat us? How about Ryan Bowen? How about Luther Head?
And this strategy was perfect. I spent some time with Jim Todd, the Raptor assistant, before the game, and it's exactly what he said. Every chance we get, we are going to get the ball out of the hands of that guy right there, Tracy McGrady, because he's pretty good. And I said that's pretty good strategy on the Raptors' part, and it's worked beautifully for them. There's Dikembe Mutombo. A penny for his thoughts. I don't like what's going on out here tonight.
Mr. Miles Swift has been nailed to that bench. You think a little message is going on?
It's going on, but obviously it hasn't been received because it's the same kind of play that drove the people with the Grizzlies nuts, and the happy Raptors on the sideline there. Jalen Rose and company, the second unit playing well tonight for the Raptors.
It's the Raptors getting it done. And here's Luther Head.
Raptors second unit's gotten 30 points tonight. Good effort.
With $1:10 remaining, folks. The Raptors are going to head to San Antonio, work out tomorrow against the Spurs on Friday. Spurs are playing the Knicks tonight in New York City. Here's Calderon, flies in and missed the layup. Raptors are about to win here for the first time since December of '99. Wesley, Howard, layup. It's academic, folks. How do you figure out this ball club? They're going to go to 6-20. 5 of the wins on the road.
But the thing that's positive, Chuck, you look at the record in December.
Yep.
And this club's getting better.
Well, this isn't a 5-20 team, soon to be 6-20.
Well, and now you look at who they're playing the next 2 games, though. It's going to be awfully tough to get win 7 in the next 2 games. Playing the 2 best teams in the NBA, San Antonio and Detroit, back-to-back.
Yep. So the Raptors getting it done, and they win this ball game 94-81. Raptors win, Raptors win, Raptors win. So Sam Mitchell, drafted by the Houston Rockets at 84, comes into Texas with a W. Mike James, the former Rocket, and Norman Wick standing by. Good job by Mo Pete as well. Let's go to Norman.
Let's get it together.
Yeah, let's get it together. You guys certainly had it together tonight. Talk about, first of all, your defense on Tracy McGrady. Just 7 points.
Tracy's a great player, and we just wanted to make every shot that he shot difficult. We knew it was going to be hard to guard him. You know, Mo Pete did a great job, and you know, everyone just locked into our defensive strategy, what we was going to do tonight, our plan for the game, and we just all locked in for 48 minutes. I think we played an excellent game. You know, 1 through 12 or 13, whoever played, everyone stepped up and just played big tonight.
I want to talk more about your game in a moment, but first, you've played with Tracy McGrady. He looked very listless tonight. In fact, disinterested, and he usually likes to lay a few points on the Raptors.
You know, I think that he got a lot of pressure on him, you know, especially with Yao, Dikembe, Derek Anderson. They got a lot of injuries now, and, you know, a lot of the weight is on him. And for 82 games, you know, it takes a toll on a player, especially now when they don't have that force in the middle with Yao Ming, which was taking so much pressure off T-Mac. You know, it's just, after a while, it weighs on you.
Your 3rd consecutive road win. You got San Antonio coming up, but this is a good confidence builder heading into the Spurs building.
Definitely. I think, you know, we had to come out and play with a disposition. I think the way we played tonight, the way we played in Orlando, you know, we know our backs are against the wall, and every win is very important, and every loss puts us in a bigger hole. And so we got to start getting confidence and start believing in one another. And I think these road trips has been helping us a lot to start believing that we can be a good team. And then once we start carrying these wins over onto the home court, then you never know what can happen.
Well, I know Mike James feels good tonight. 19 points against your former team. That always feels great.
It just feels good to win. You know, my focus wasn't to come out and just try to go crazy, you know, because then you lose your focus and you lose your concentration, and then you start making mistakes that you normally don't make. My thing was just to be aggressive, but just help my team win. And that's all I wanted to do.
All right, well, I'll let you go off with Mo and enjoy the win.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
All right, so there you have it. Mike James and the Raptors in the win column. Big time, 94-81 here in Houston.